embarrassing that it's hard to even talk about it with a straight face anymore, because with what Drake is doing now, it's really just reaching a new level of delusion than we have ever seen, and is really just showing that with so many yes men and fans who are 40's travelogue, which shows a record all the way back from 2008. And now what is significant about this is that it features a record between Drake and his team and Aftermath Records, which is of course Dr. Dre's label. And now with this, it shows some of the trips and meetings and interactions that Drake had in Game 2 no matter what. And this time around, what Drake did instead of the NBA was lean further into the whole idea of the ice, as he cryptically alluded to the NHL this time, as after his team from his home in the Toronto Maple Leafs took a 2-0 series lead.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? We're back with another banger. Today's video, we got why Drake just crashed out and was being weird to Kendrick again. So if you're new here, don't forget that big red subscribe button and that like button. We're on the road to 600 subscribers and we're trying to hit it. It doesn't cost you anything, so hit that big red subscribe button. Join the family. It shouldn't cost you nothing, bro. I mean, it shouldn't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing. You feel me? And let's join the family to see where we take this channel, bro. We're trying to hit 600, nigga. Stop being a hater. For real. Let's get it.
Right now, this guy is absolutely fried, because with Kendrick Lamar's tour currently going on, and as a result, there has just never been more proof that Drake really may have taken the worst loss of all time, as Not Like Us and rap's greatest victory lap is happening all over the place. Drake is not taking this well, and now with this, as Kendrick is getting so much attention and Drake has never been a bigger joke. He is just spiraling out and embarrassing himself like we have never seen, and while the rest of us are ready to see Kendrick continue his run and make hip-hop history, Drake has been in his little corner once again to try and convince his fans and remaining delusional supporters that there is still a Game 2 and that he can still win it. And now before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like.
What is he talking about Game 2? My nigga, the only Game 2 I see is literally you, like, okay. This is the only Game 2 I see, is if Drake comes at Kendrick Lamar with other people. Just like I said in the previous two reactions, how this nigga, Kendrick, has his Super Saiyan team, Drake needs his Super Saiyan team, and it looks like he was building it with 21 Savage. I think it was 21 Savage, Young Boy, Lil Yachty, and somebody else. Do I think that would compare to Kendrick Lamar's fucking Furious 5? Hell nah. No way in hell. But that's the only time I would see Kendrick really coming back and dissing this nigga again with another song or album or multiple tracks, because he has to diss multiple people at one time. You feel me? But other than that, what round 2 is this nigga talking about? I don't know. If I'm missing something, let me know down below in the comments, because I'm very curious. What round 2? Because round 1 was finished, my nigga. KO, you feel me? Over with. So let me know, gang.
Like and subscribe. And now, as we are in such a great time for hip-hop where Kendrick is never winning more and Drake is only about to do more humiliating stuff very clearly, really be sure to leave that like and subscribe. And so now, with that said, when it comes to Drake, man, the stuff that this guy is doing is such a joke, and it's so embarrassing that it's hard to even talk about it with a straight face anymore, because with what Drake is doing now, it's really just reaching a new level of delusion than we have ever seen, and is really just showing that with so many yes men and fans who are still sticking by this guy. And even worse than that, acting like he can do no wrong and that he has not had the most embarrassing downfall in hip-hop and maybe even music and media history. That Drake will just spin any narrative that they want to hear, and with everything he is doing, he so clearly no longer cares about his rap legacy and place in the all-time rankings in hip-hop, or even just the music industry in general, and instead only cares about the strange and weird impact he can have with these people who are obsessed with somebody whose entire identity has been built around trying to cope with losing. And now this time around, the disses and response Drake has had to Kendrick's new wave of success and with his current tour, even for his standards, which are about as low as they possibly can get. Compared to that, what Drake has done now is absolutely ridiculous, because once again with his good old posts, which are both from his real and plot twist pages, Drake is creating a whole fantasy, all to respond and try and give off this idea to his fans that he is still ahead of Kendrick Lamar and that somehow he is the one who is actually in the lead, and also that he is still going to create a moment where everybody is going to find out that he will win what he thinks is going to be a game 2 or a round 2. And now with this,
do you guys feel like that is true? That Drake is still at the same level right now as Kendrick Lamar, and that he can come back with a round 2? Do you guys feel like that is possible? And do you guys feel like that will happen? I mean, do I feel like it's possible? Maybe. Drake by himself against Kendrick again? No way in hell. I told you, I'm a Drake and Kendrick fan. But do I see this nigga Drake coming up with some shit to belittle this nigga? No. Unless he found out some random shit out of thin air, blue moon, out of his ass. You feel me? Hell no. Maybe with a feature. Do I see this nigga coming back? Maybe. But then Kendrick might come back by himself with no feature. Who knows? We gotta see if this nigga's gonna come with a round 2, if it's gonna be by himself or with another feature. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what y'all thinking about this. Let's get it.
The first thing that Drake put up as Kendrick Lamar started this tour and new run is put up a picture of his and OVO 40's travel log, which shows a record all the way back from 2008. And now what is significant about this is that it features a record between Drake and his team and Aftermath Records, which is of course Dr. Dre's label. And now with this, it shows some of the trips and meetings and interactions that Drake had with Dr. Dre or somebody from his team. And with this, what Drake was clearly trying to say and allude to his fans and tell everybody is that despite Kendrick Lamar signing and joining up with Dr. Dre and being mentored by him for so much of his career, is that according to Drake, Dre wanted him first, I guess. And I mean, with this,
are you serious?
What are we even supposed to say about this? Because really, with Drake pulling up something like this, which literally happened almost 20 years ago, and at that, all to try and get some sort of a gotcha moment on Kendrick? Well, first off, I'm sure if Dre was your mentor, he would not want anything to do with you right now, just like we saw with the one you actually have in Wayne right now. But beyond just that, when we look at Drake doing this and see how Kendrick Lamar is right within the present moment, as he is on the biggest tour we have ever seen from a rapper right now, and at that, all while he is just leveling up and creating a better future for the genre he is the face of as a whole. I mean, compare this to Drake not being stuck in the recent past, but a past that is going so far back that once again, when you see where these two are at, it is just so laughable. And for Drake, who even cares about this? Because ultimately, all of this means nothing now. But beyond just Drake trying to pull up a 20-year-old receipt to have a gotcha moment on Kendrick Lamar, what Drake is also doing here is what he does best.
My bad, y'all. I'm over here rolling up. But that is crazy. If you gotta pull a 20-year-old receipt, my nigga, to try to come back at your ops, my nigga, at that point, you should be ashamed of your damn self. Real shit, like, real shit, gang. If you're beefing with the ops and you gotta pull up a 20-year-old receipt to prove, oh, I won, nigga, I won. This, Dr. Dre, mine. Pause, no Diddy. Then, my nigga, are you serious right now? You obviously lost. If you gotta go back 20 years when we're in present time, my nigga, you lost, gang. Like, pack it up. Stop it. Stop it. Go with your round 2 of bringing a fucking feature onto your track to diss Kendrick again, because that's what it looks like you need right now, gang. And I'm just being straight up, just being real.
Which is just to talk things up as much as he can and try to lead people into believing that he has way more going on than he actually does. Because with now other posts and everything else Drake is alluding to there.
Cheers.
He's not portraying himself out to be the softest rapper or somebody who says they lost their career and everything they had to Kendrick Lamar in paperwork, and instead he's trying to drop the whole image of being the first guy to bring paperwork into a rap beef because he lost so bad to his fans, and then he's trying to act like a tough guy once again who is just gonna run everything as soon as he comes back with more music. And now here what Drake is doing is hinting to even more stuff dropping very soon, and I guess something that he thinks is gonna make him feared and intimidated by other rappers and maybe even Kendrick Lamar again. And now what many people are speculating that Drake is hinting to dropping first is gonna be a deluxe version of SSS for You that is going to be Scary Hours 4. And then within that, it is gonna have a
boom, there we go. Now we have it. If Drake drops SS for You Scary Hours 4, do y'all feel like it's gonna outperform any of Kendrick's shit? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I'm really curious on what y'all gotta say and what y'all are thinking behind this. Do y'all think if he drops SSU 4, you know, will it outperform Kendrick's his newest album? You feel me? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling.
A timestamp record on it, or maybe we'll just have a collection of timestamp records, because with Drake showing off a picture of him with 4 different watches on it, again, as he puts more details into these pictures than in his actual songs, a lot of people already think, and it really does seem like Drake is going to be actually dropping straight rapping tracks very soon. And I mean, while this small group of OVO fans left think that Drake is going to be getting back and dissing everyone who wronged him and that it will be such a big and important moment, in actuality, even if he did a Scary Hours record now with all timestamp tracks, what would he even do other than just embarrass himself even more than he already has by trying to make his suit and all of the other pathetic stuff come off even more weird? As I guess Drake would either be trying to make it sound cool here, or he would just be ignoring it and dissing people once again and then showing how much of a hypocrite he really is. But now, beyond Drake being bad at making music and being a hypocrite in terms of how he represents himself as a rapper, when it comes to this silent meltdown that Drake is having...
Alright, fantastic. Hold up, bro. I've been saying this ever since we started reacting to these type of videos by Fantastic Hip Hop. You feel me? And the beef. Fantastic, my nigga. You gotta chill with a little bit of the hatred against Drake, alright? I can full-blown tell you do not like Drake and none of his music. You feel me? It just sounds like you are hating on this nigga. Give this nigga Drake his flowers at some point. You feel me? This nigga does make good music. The old Drake makes good music, gang. You feel me? Like, come on now. Over My Dead Body, y'all ever heard of it by Drake? Good song. You feel me? Like, come on now. He does make some good music, so I will give this nigga his flowers there. You feel me? But is he going out absolutely sad right now? Yes. I will say that as well. I will agree with y'all on that. This nigga is going out stupid sad and keeps trying to expose Kendrick for the stupidest things. Like, my nigga, this is high school shit. Like, the last reaction, this nigga was trying to expose him for having an empty concert when niggas were just now walking into the building, because literally the next picture 5 seconds after was a full sold out concert where he made the most money in history, $9.1 million. Gang, this nigga's going outside though. Come on now, for real. Stop it. Drake, stop.
And these responses to Kendrick Lamar, they did not stop there, and really what it seems like the message Drake is trying to send now is that in the greater picture of this all, he is going to be winning a Game 2 very soon when this new music drops, and beyond just a potential timestamp record or a Scary Hours project, what the bigger thing Drake is teasing and has been trying to build up to for quite some time in the background is this idea and concept of the Iceman. And now what this will be is either the title of his next album or the next persona that he is going to try to cosplay to look cool with. And now what Drake did when he hinted towards more new music and this idea that he was gonna win a Game 2 versus Kendrick was something very similar to what he did the first time he said this, which if you remember then...
Hold on. I don't know if that's what he's explaining, but those of y'all that know what he was talking about was saying the Iceman. What is that? I have no idea what he was talking about when he said Drake is gonna come out as the Iceman. Like, what? I'm like so confused as hell. I'm so confused. I fucked my head up. Let me know down below in the comments. I'm very curious. Let's get it.
And was when he quoted Rasheed Wallace with his iconic line from the Detroit Pistons 2004 playoff run in a post-game interview where he said they will win Game 2 no matter what. And this time around, what Drake did instead of the NBA was lean further into the whole idea of the ice, as he cryptically alluded to the NHL this time, as after his team from his home in the Toronto Maple Leafs took a 2-0 series lead in the NHL playoffs, Drake posted a few things related to the Maple Leafs and their team. And with all of this together, what is clear is that the only rapper who keeps using their posts more than their actual pen is trying to hype his fans up and keep people on his side by making them believe that he is this...
That I actually agree with. I am not gonna lie. I actually agree with that by Fantastic Hip Hop. My bad, I didn't mean to spit. This nigga does tweet way more than using his pen. Gang, y'all cannot lie. Y'all cannot fucking lie. Let me know down below in the comments. Does Drake tweet more than he uses that pen to write some music? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Let's get it.
This big plan to actually win everything. And again, when Drake is doing this right now and trying to lead anybody into believing that he can still win this round 2, or even that he can even still be in a competition with Kendrick Lamar, which he so clearly can't.
I feel about round 2.
Love games, but hate the grind? With WeMod, you can be invincible, unimaginably wealthy, or even teleport.
Those of y'all that are here with me.
WeMod is...
I mean, come on. This stuff is just laughable. And as Kendrick Lamar is on this amazing tour right now and is just breaking record after record, and we are all seeing this, what is so clear is that as we are seeing the success that Kendrick Lamar is getting, which is objectively bigger than anything Drake has ever done on a tour, because again, no matter what OVO tries to say, the guy never even did anything like this during the peak of his prime. Really, with Drake doing all of this while Kendrick Lamar is just running and advancing his craft, this is all putting Drake into a point where it seems like now forever, Drake as an entity is becoming this weird name that is more concerned with doing these things that all feel like they are petty and out of spite than actually doing anything else with just normal intentions. Because even with the perfume that Drake just dropped, which is also funny because really the guy now is doing the most random things to stay relevant, it feels like. With there being dirt all over the floors in the trailer in Drake's home, which people thought was Drake trying to...
Pause, hold on. We're not about to just go past that like he didn't say what he just said. Did this nigga say Drake dropped perfume? Now, I don't know where Fantastic Hip Hop is from, you feel me? But I know some countries they say perfume and it means cologne. But is he correct? Like he dropped perfume for the girls, for women? Or was he trying to say cologne, like he dropped cologne for men? Cause gang, no men is wearing perfume, so it has to be for women, right? And if you are, but you making over here making perfume for women, but you saying, nigga, you need to be going on the focus on writing music, because you're over here still trying to diss Kendrick. It don't make no sense. I get it, you're trying to make an extra bag, but what? I'm confused.
It symbolized that he is still walking in all of the beef and dirt from all of the people who he has dissed. I mean, this stuff is just so lame that I don't even know how to speak on it anymore. And at this point, with Drake dissing and sending subs to Kendrick and him being on tour with these weird posts, it's just further proof that Kendrick won. Because if we put into perspective where we are at in hip-hop, again, no matter what OVO wants to say, as one guy is doing a stadium tour, which is something that no other rapper has ever done like it. And then at the same time, the other guy is alluding to music that probably won't drop or will disappoint, and then is trying to flex that the guy who mentored his rival thought about maybe mentoring him 20 years ago? What are we even doing having this conversation?
That is crazy. That is crazy.
And going forward now, what's more clear than ever is that for OVO, academics, and anybody else who's still following this stuff, and
I gotta pause for that. I know Fantastic Hip Hop did not just say that Drake was trying to get mentored by Kendrick Lamar 20 years ago. Y'all let me know if I heard that correct. If I didn't, comment down below exactly what he said and what he meant by that, so y'all can, put me on game, because that's what y'all do. Y'all put me here on game, and I fuck with y'all heavy, especially everyone that comes back and watch these videos every single day that we post. All right, we're back. Camera overheated. It's just at 5%, but the video's almost done, so we're good. Let's get it.
And believing it. The identity that Drake has surrounded himself and all of his fans in is now just fully embracing that they are the biggest losers you could ever have. And now as we are at this point where everything for Drake is just doing a move out of spite that is trying to respond back to the all-time loss he took in a rap beef.
See, I'm not gonna lie. This is where I kind of agree with Fantastic Hip Hop. It does seem like anytime Kendrick breaks a record or is doing insanely good, you see this nigga Drake and his team post some shit to diss Kendrick. I'm not gonna lie. Like the last video when he was breaking records against Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Eminem, we seen this nigga Drake hating. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about that down below in the comments. My bad, this Za is kicking in. But this shit's just crazy to me. Drake is just continuously crashing out. And y'all know we gonna make these videos as long as this beef continues to go and new beefs continue to come. You feel me? We locked in over here, especially this type of content. No one's really making it. You feel me, like that. So I thank y'all for actually locking in, joining the channel. I'm fucking with your boy. For real, for real. That being said, let's go ahead and finish off this video. Y'all let me know y'all opinions down below in the comments, because y'all know I love to see other people's opinions, because, you feel me, I love replying. I ain't no, you know, I'm not the type to only fuck with my opinion. I love to see what other people think. Damn, this Zot's kicking in. That being said, let's get back into it. Let's get it.
It's just never been more clear that this guy is absolutely fried from the peeve. And now what we are all seeing is that with this tour that Kendrick is on, this really may have been the last thing that just ruined Drake forever. And going forward, if we are only going to see more stuff like this, which it really looks like we are, I don't even know how I'm saying this, but somehow this downfall and spiral is only going to get much worse. And now if you are seeing this, the one thing that every rapper and everyone should walk away from this moment knowing is that no matter what you do, don't ever rap against Kendrick Lamar, because he really will turn you from one of the biggest rappers and stars out to one of the biggest losers and clowns ever. And so now with all this said, let me know.
Do y'all feel like that's
What do you
true?
think about Drake's response?
Do y'all feel like Kendrick Lamar, if you diss Kendrick Lamar, that he will diss you so bad that you feel like you won't want to rap again? Y'all feel like that? Y'all feel like Kendrick Lamar is the one to really expose niggas out here? Let me know down below in the comments. But this video is actually, very knowledgeable. It gave a lot of knowledge of how Drake is moving. You feel me? Because how good Kendrick's doing. I'm not gonna lie. Kendrick's been making other type of music with different type of artists. You feel me? Not really in the lane of focusing on Drake, and Drake is still focusing on this nigga because Kendrick is doing good. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all let me know down below how y'all feeling about this down below in the comments, and I will catch y'all on tomorrow's video at 3 p.m. We are gone. Don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, nigga. For real. Especially if you made it this far. I fuck with you. Now, I'll see y'all. Here you go.